Hi everyone, my name is Isabel Watkins and this is my presentation on Walker Evans. Let's get into it. Walker Evans was born on November 3, 1903 in St. Louis, Missouri. His father, Walker Evans Sr., was an advertising director, which meant Evan grew up well off. Evan went to Williams College in Williamson, Massachusetts for 3 years before dropping out and moving to New York. As a young man, Evans dreamed of a career in the literary field. However, his time in New York proved unsuccessful in helping him reach that end. Thanks to the financial backing of his father, Evans moved to Paris to further his career. Although his literary career did not take off in Paris, he developed a budding interest in photography, thanks to the inspirational works of Eugene Atget. When Evan returned to New York in 1927, he came with a fully embraced passion for photography. He was hired by the Farm Security Administration, or better known as the FSA, along with a number of other photographers to capture propaganda photos of rural America. From 1935 to 1936, Evans focused on the fading faces and clothes of the poverty-stricken in America. And towards the later end of 1936, Evans entered into a collaboration with James Agee, where his photos would be used to document the tenant farmers in an article for Fortune magazine. The collaboration didn't come to fruition, however, through Fortune. Instead, it was later published in 1941 in its own book titled Let Us Now Praise Famous Men. After the collaborations, Evan pursued his first solo exhibition at the Museum of Modern Art. Around the same time, he was working on the New York City subway portraits. In 1945, Evans sought a position at Time magazine and shortly after became an editor for Fortune. He worked there for 20 years before becoming a professor at Yale University School of Art in 1965. He continued teaching there until his death 10 years later. Medium and subject matter. Although Evans was well versed in modern photographic technology, he chose to follow in the footsteps of Eugene Atget and use a heavy, large format view camera. Evans and Atget also shared a fascination for found objects. Evans saw the objects as a reflection of their owners and the time in which they existed. His subject matter often centers around representing the lives of the working class in America during the Great Depression, whether that be through people or objects. Style and movement. At the time, photography was split into two movements, pictorialism and documentary. Evans' style, although mainly documentary, shows a hint of pictorialism in that it shares a separation from the vivid reality. Evans referred to his style as documentary aesthetic. Although many of Evans' pieces seem to be communicating a very raw reality, Evans knew that his photographs consisted of facts that he chose to include and exclude. This separated them from objective reality, which is more in line with the classical ideas of art. Evans' artistic contributions. Evans revolutionized the way the working class were depicted in America at the time of the Great Depression. He refused to romanticize their poverty or make them conform to fit the mold of the middle class lifestyles in America. Evans also pioneered his own unique style of photography that was neither pictorialism nor documentary. His image clarity mixed with poetic arrangement of the facts elevated his medium into a distinctly unique form of art. Critics' view. Although many critics revere him today, some do wonder about the class-based dilemma created by a wealthy man depicting those afflicted by poverty. With this being the case, it is difficult to tell what is being reinforced in Evans' photographs. Is it distance or empathy? Either way, Evans' photographic genius is undeniable. Below here, I have some quotes from prominent photographers and museums. Evans recorded the American scene with the nuance of a poet and the precision of a surgeon, creating an encyclopedic visual catalog of modern America. In the making, the Met. He constructed an artistic strategy based on the poetic resonance of common but exemplary facts clearly described. John Sarkowski. That was the genius of Walker Evans, that he pretended that he was just giving you the facts, but by the choice of the facts, influenced how you saw the world. Peter Galassi. And that concludes my presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day.